Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. My next guest.
Hi, Artie.
One of our favorite guests, Brian Jones.
I just came to get my shaving cream. Where is it?
You want the razors or the cream?
I want the cream.
Why? You
Give me the
get
cream.
Good stuff.
Don't they mail it to you?
That's what that girl said one time. I want the cream.
You mean
okay.
You mean Dollar Shave?
You twisted my arm.
You want Dollar Shave shaving?
I'm a member.
All right, well,
but I get my cream from you guys, and I buy the razors from them.
When did that start happening? Why you got to get cream here?
You think I'm just going to come on your show for free? This the New South, baby. You got to pay us.
Well, actually, we're in the North.
I was a slave for 24 years, not 12.
We've been paying you forever. Listen, do you like the Dollar Shave thing?
Yes.
I like it quite a bit, actually.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I was thinking, the razor, I got that top-notch razor. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I get the razor from them, and I get my cream from y'all.
Well,
Where's my cream? Where's my cream?
We'll try to find some
before
cream.
I leave, I better have some cream up here, all right? Or it's going to be trouble. Somebody going to have hell to pay.
When you get a chance, ask for the cream.
Yes. Where's my cream? Once again.
We had some in here.
Boschetti, you have any?
They ain't helping me.
Anything for Brian, man. I love Brian Jones.
Thank you.
Walk in fire for him. He's a good man.
He'll walk through fire.
He has, actually.
Yeah.
Look at his hair.
He cut it or something.
Looks like heat miser. Well, he died in chartreuse, and it's matted to his head.
Heat miser was pretty cool, actually.
Mike said Mike was dieting for the last.
He looks like he lost a few.
Last 5 months.
Oh, okay.
He stopped eating bread.
He's gained 20 pounds.
No, I gained 5 pounds, John.
He thought he stopped eating bread, then someone told him pizza was bread.
Well, I also been through a lot of stress, so I lost weight, but I put it 5 pounds.
What are you stressed about?
A lot of family stuff.
Well, you should move out of your mama's house. You won't have to deal with that.
No, it's even worse than that, Brian.
No.
I'll talk to you later about it.
All right, cool, man. Hang in there, baby.
Yeah, God forbid he should bring up a bummer on the air.
What's up, Artie?
What's going on with you?
Rich?
How's football going?
Football, hell, it's gone.
You don't care about it anymore?
No.
I'm saying about the free agency stuff.
Oh, man. It's
Stuff's going
season.
crazy.
I didn't even know they had free agency.
Do you not care about
At the Super
this?
Bowl, I would go deep undercover.
Do you not care? Do you shut it off a little bit? Because
No, we follow it.
it is an overload of football, man.
Well, that's what they want.
By the
NFL.
time the Super Bowl comes around, you're like, I need a break.
No, that's why they have they've pushed the draft back to May because they want to be relevant year-round. And after the draft, you're leading up to a month later, the training camp. So NFL, that brand is just getting increasingly larger and larger because it's relevant throughout the year. And now you got free agent. Everyone's watching their favorite team, see what moves they're making. I think Denver's done themselves a pretty good deal with Talib coming over, and you get DeMarcus Ware. He gets a nice pay raise, leaving my favorite, my lifelong team, the Dallas Cowboys. If Jerry Jones could get the hell out of the way, maybe we'd be better. But
Do you not like Jerry Jones?
I am not a big fan of the way he's been handling my favorite team.
You think he's sort of like football Steinbrenner, like the way he was for that?
But no, Steinbrenner.
Well, he made a lot of mistakes, too.
Yeah, he made some mistakes, but he did a lot of good.
Pompous rich guy who made mistakes.
Yeah.
But Jerry Jones did a lot of good in the early part, like Steinbrenner.
No.
You know,
The best thing he ever did was hire Jimmy Johnson. And then the worst thing he ever did was to fire Jimmy Johnson.
That's right. Well, that's what I mean. There's a lot of similarities between him and Steinbrenner, I think. Like it was Billy Martin firing, blah, blah, blah.
When he brought Billy back, about 10 times?
That was funny,
He should have brought Jimmy back.
He brought a lot of people back. A lot of people back.
Because he felt bad afterwards.
Yeah.
Jerry doesn't feel bad. He has no conscience.
So give him Tony Romo all that money.
Oh, wow. Don't even bring that up.
That's ridiculous.
Really is.
Oh, Romo's great until you get a crucial moment in the fourth quarter. And then forget about it.
Well, what about, so you don't care about everything that happened the other day, some of these big moves?
No, we've been following, like I said, on the Mojo Show, and that's on CBS Sports Radio, folks. The Mojo Show, 6 to 10.
That's right.
Eastern Time, Monday through Friday.
Check it out. Brian
Jones and Chris Moore. They say his name first, but since he's not here, I'm saying my name first. So make sure you check
this out.
Well,
that's just because of Mojo.
Yes, right. Yeah, and don't give him credit for that. His wife, Pam, came up with that. Yeah, we've been following. I mean, there have been some big moves. And then Darrelle Revis, he's cut by Tampa, a horrible deal last year by bringing him in $16 million a year. Jets made out like bandits with that deal. But now he's a Patriot. Yeah. So that's huge. They lose to Aqib Talib. Goes to the Broncos. They bring in Revis.
That's a big pickup, man, for the Patriots.
That's huge. And now the Jets have to see him twice a year.
I know. Yeah. That is, oh, man.
So that's been interesting to watch. You know, you look at Teams like Cleveland, what was that? Oh.
That's the most annoying sound of all time.
Really? You're not a Jets fan? You're a Giants fan, aren't you?
I'm a Giant fan.
Yeah.
But, like anybody spelling Jets, calm down.
Cleveland.
We get it. It's not a hard word to spell.
Cleveland puzzles me. I mean, they basically said when they were looking for a coach that they wanted a guy in place who could deal with all their cap room and the draft and do a great job in free
GM's
agency.
job.
Well, yeah, but they wanted a guy with experience who could, navigate that. So what do? They go out and they swap safety and linebacker for guys who are older.
Yeah, they brought some
and
more
they pay
leadership
them
in
more.
there. They brought Carlos Dansby in there, and I think they needed that.
I think Carlos Dansby is an incredible inside back.
Yeah, you were balling against him.
He's great.
Out of Auburn, he signed, came out of college, went to Arizona, then he went to Miami, and then he went back to Arizona a year ago. Now he's going to Cleveland. So I think that's a good pickup for them because they need more leadership on that football team.
Yeah. Well, and I think they're hanging their hat on Hoyer, which may or may not pay off. I mean,
but
he's a guy that looks so good. Yeah. Well, they're going to add. Yeah, they may add a quarterback. Right. Everyone thinks they're going to take Sammy Watkins. Those
they need
in
a
the
threat.
know.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I like Brian Hoyer a lot, but there are those who say, how can you really count on a guy that's given you 2 starts or whatever he did before he blew his knee out? He was good.
Who's your first pick, Brian? Is it Clowney? Is it a quarterback? What's going on?
I'm not sure. I like Sammy Watkins and his ability. He's dynamite, man. He was phenomenal 2 years ago when he came out as a freshman, put up just some gaudy numbers. Then he had the off-the-field problems, smoking a little of that, Grandpa's wacky stuff.
Right.
And they suspended him for 3 or 4. That was some good stuff, Grandpa. Can you
It
puff
sounds
up
like it.
Oh, yeah. Hey, from the Mother Earth.
I never knew Grandpa got it.
How you think Grandpa dealt with that arthritis, man? Don't take all them drugs. You don't need that icy hot. He had the issues and he was suspended, so really didn't. He started the season off wrong his sophomore year, but then last year again, he bounced back, and we were talking on our show tonight, Greg Cosell, NFL matchup every Sunday, and he's senior executive producer over at NFL Films, and he said Watkins is a much better receiver than his former teammate there at Clemson, DeAndre Nuke Hopkins, who was a first-round pick a season ago to the Texans. And I agree with him. I like Sammy's ability, man. He's just phenomenal. I'll say. So, I don't think there's a consensus right now. I like Johnny Manziel, and I know the purists, these NFL traditional purists, they like the guy who's 6'3", 6'4", stand back in the pocket, survey the field. Fine, I'm cool with that. I love the way Tom Brady does his work. You can appreciate what Peyton Manning does, but I like a guy who can get out there and run around. We had Fran Tarkenton on tonight, Hall of Fame quarterback for the Vikings.
No one scrambled like that guy.
Right.
Yeah.
He and with my Cowboys, Roger the Dodger, Roger Staubach.
Absolutely.
But the key was they scrambled, but they kept their eyes downfield. And you got to be on time when you're throwing in NFL because everyone's fast, everyone's quick. Those windows are only open for a short period of time. So I think Johnny Manziel gets that. If you look at how he played this past season, all his numbers went up except for the rushing numbers. Everyone's dogging, he runs too much. Okay, so the rushing numbers go down, and everyone's still bitching about how he plays. But I think he's going to be a tremendous player. He's going to have to temper that urge to try to hit the home run all the time, try to make the big play. It's no problem with throwing it away. That's what I love about Russell Wilson. And that's why I thought Russell Wilson was better than a third-round pick. And everyone's coming out 2 years later, I thought he was going to be there. No, you did. No one was saying that. I had a guy work with at CBS said Russell Wilson should go to Canada and work on his craft and then come to the NFL.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, man, you must be crazy.
He's changed a lot of minds now.
Yeah.
But,
everyone looks at the height and he can't see over the line. And, man, if you're an athlete and you got it, and Johnny Manziel has it, I don't know what the hell it is. He's got
Russell Wilson has.
Russell has it.
He absolutely has.
And he showed out in that Super Bowl. I mean, he made some plays, and he scrambled and rolled around.
Showed
and he
off
threw
his arm a little bit,
some dynamite passes, and that's what Johnny is going to have to do.
But he's a student of the game, Russell
And that's what they
Wilson
were about with Manziel.
And we haven't seen that. To me, Johnny Manziel is a more reactive quarterback than proactive. Like, as far as studying the game, he hasn't really had to do that yet.
Well,
like he goes out there and kind of improvises.
I would disagree. And
Really?
I would think he's a guy that goes into the film room and he studies the game plan, but yet his game is all about, if I've got a clean pocket, I'm going to stand back there and I'm going to chunk it. But if I got to run around, you facing Alabama, you're in the toughest division, in the toughest conference in college football. So that lets you know you got some badasses on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
LSU, you're talking Alabama, of course. And look what he did to those defenses. Or at least not so much LSU. They're ones that have really had a handle on him.
Well,
but Alabama,
like 45 points.
Right.
Here's the thing.
2 years in a row.
If he tries to do what he had success doing in college in the NFL, he will get
That's why I say
destroyed.
he's got to temper that urge
If
to
he
try to make
turns
the big
his
play.
back on a defense, you will die.
But there's been a lot of people like that in history, though, right? Especially in football. Well, hoops, too, but football where they can't make that transition because of size or whatever from
No,
college
there've been a lot of guys, Heisman Trophy winners, that have been badasses at the collegiate level, and they've got all the metrics, all the measurements, and they get to the next level.
Right.
And
they can't cut it.
They sputter.
But shorter quarterbacks, a lot.
You know,
Flutie
another
wasn't
thing-
what he was in college, blah, blah, blah.
Well, they didn't
Yeah,
want him
but
to be.
Flutie at the end of his career in the NFL, he was. I had to play against him when he
Flutie
was
was
in,
good,
in San
man.
Diego. He was
Yeah.
good. He was really good. I feel like you never know with a quarterback coming out of college. I think first and foremost, you got a different ball. The ball is different.
Right.
I don't think some guys make the adjustment to the longer, skinnier NFL ball. They just can't throw it as
Well,
well.
it's a plump thing, and Johnny Manziel, to his credit, has got some long digits. He's got some long fingers. Fingers is that what we
Wait
say
a
in
minute,
level
the pro
Size
football
15
is
shoe.
longer?
Yeah.
Well,
I thought it was
plumper.
Oh, okay.
It's plumper.
It's a
plumper.
bigger ball.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different.
It's like us, plump. Well, I'm not plump, dude. I've been
actually, yeah, look
I've
at
been
you.
kickboxing. All my clothes draped up like I'm wearing curtains.
Kickboxing?
Oh, really?
Kickboxing.
Why you get into that?
I'm plump.
I've been like, you've been hanging out with him. That's why.
Why you
I
get
see
into
both y'all wearing black. They trying to be like Janet Jackson over here. You know, you wear black, make you look slim.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I wear it every day.
Well, I think, this is what I wore on the Tonight Show. I said to myself, like an idiot. I look thinner, but it doesn't work.
What?
It doesn't work.
doesn't
I'm
work?
sitting there saying, I saw myself in the monitor. I'm sitting there, I still look like, a boob. But
That's because you see yourself all the time. But the
Yeah.
people who don't, they
I
probably-
don't know. I mean,
You look skinny to them.
Do you think so?
I'm sure you look skinny. Well, no, okay, I ain't gonna tell that lie.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't run to an ass whooping.
That's right. You know what Mama said.
Well, Shetty, what about you?
Mama says never run to an ass whipping.
What do you wear to look slimmer?
She wasn't lying.
A circus tent.
A circus tent. Wow.
That's
That's
kind
what
of a
happened.
good joke, Mike.
A circus tent.
No, but
He's been writing.
no, of course I always do, but I write a lot at home. But Brian, I love it that you go into kickboxing. I mean, martial arts is so good that you get rid of stress.
You know, Mike's a
hostility.
martial artist.
No,
Oh, is he?
I haven't worked out in years. It's been a long time.
I mean, that
Do
kickboxing.
your Krav Maga, Mike.
I don't know Krav. I wish I did.
Oh, you know it.
I don't know Krav.
Do
Krav
your
Maga-
Tai Chi Chuan.
No, it's been a long time, really. I don't really. I was very young, Brian. I went to karate for like
I've
4
seen
years.
him
Oh, yeah?
pull off some,
mean,
some great moves.
I got to a brown belt after 2 years and stayed one for.
So
Whoa.
is that what, step below black belt? Or?
Yeah, I went for 4 years. I worked out every
You
day.
got to a brown belt?
Yes.
A
Wow.
step below a black belt?
Yes.
Why
I
didn't you
did.
get the black belt? Why'd you quit?
I just got tired. I don't know. I was young.
How you
I
gonna
was
get
stupid.
tired? You got to get to the top, baby.
It always came close.
To the pinnacle.
You sure you got a brown
He's
belt?
Yes, I
good.
did, Art. I can
Really?
fight.
No. Did you make your belt brown?
No.
No.
I earned it, guys.
Different.
I
You
kicked
sure?
I kicked a lot of butt inside the
didn't have
dojo and outside the dojo.
Okay, I didn't want to make you have an accident, and that's how your belt came brown.
No,
Name a
Brian,
butt that you kicked outside the dojo.
one time some kid went to hit me. I just knocked him right in the face in a second. Boom.
Real quick, boom.
Boom, right in his
You
eye.
didn't know what
Sucker
happened.
punched the guy?
It was like, pow, you jackass,
real
move it.
Oh,
Wow.
You sucker punched the guy?
No, he went for me, and I just let him have it.
there you go.
Another guy a couple of guys tried to
Never-
hurt
That
me
might
one
happen
time.
tonight.
No, listen to me, right?
Gino Bisconte
I never,
is coming on.
No, but
Mike
Oh.
wants to fight him.
no.
Why?
I never bring it on to him. I never heard anybody tell him, somebody comes after me.
Right.
But a couple of punks picked him. I almost broke a guy's collarbone when I was young. Blood sport, baby.
Breaking a collarbone takes 5 pounds of direct pressure.
Well,
That's not.
And you
That's
need-
not that hard.
you need to know what you're doing too.
I
Come on,
guess.
you're very forgiving.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I've seen your routine.
I can fight.
You look like
well,
you're very savvy.
Well, it's
in
only
that
common
world.
sense. I would, if somebody went to hurt you now, I wouldn't throw a punch. I'd choke them. It's
You
easier.
would.
Yeah.
You choke a person.
It's easier. If they're coming after you to hurt you, sure. Why not?
It seems like that's a little.
Oh, no, no.
It's a little more difficult to pull off.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, guys. If someone's coming to hurt you severely in some place, you just shouldn't just stand there and be a target.
No, we understand that.
Okay.
But
Who's saying that? No.
What makes you think it'd be easy to just get behind a guy and choke him?
No, front choking and sweep his feet.
You front choking.
Oh, front choke and
the
a
art
foot
of
sweep.
front choke.
Look at that.
Then the belly flop.
See, he's
Boom.
got
No, just
the body splash.
No, just like somebody bothers you, just pound their ears quick.
Pound their ears.
Their eardrums.
What do you do to their eardrums?
It'll stop them for sure.
You know what? You can pop people's eardrums if you just cup your hand and hit them over the ear.
I got 300 pounds of weight to do an eardrum in good. If
321.
3 what?
He's 321 pounds.
320.
We weighed him.
That's
I
on
gained
2
5
weight?
pounds.
Not anymore. Well, 320. Did you lose a couple?
I don't know. Maybe I might have.
Damn,
See if
320?
you suggest that to him, we'll just get right on that bad.
Do we have the scale?
Oh, no. That scale's annoying.
We have the
Of course they're annoying. They don't lie, though.
He doesn't want to be on the scale. You don't want to be on the scale.
I don't care.
320?
Because, you know,
Wow, Mike, damn.
I know,
That's a
bro.
lot.
no, but
is a lot.
No, but the thing
It's
is,
hog boiling time.
right, kickboxing is cool because it gets rid of a lot of stress and mellows you.
You need to come join me.
It mellows
Yeah, it
people.
mellows the hell out of me because I'm tired.
No,
I got to
no.
crawl out of there.
No, after fighting, it lets out a lot of. It keeps you mellow. You don't want to hurt anybody at all. You're not even
Yeah,
angry
that's true.
anymore.
I don't want. Hey,
Yeah,
these
but then
deadly.
Yeah, but what if
I'm like
someone's
Billy
already?
Jack.
What if someone's already hurt?
No, I'm saying with martial artists, the true martial artists don't want to hurt a fly unless
Okay.
somebody really tries to hurt them.
Are you a
know why.
true
We
martial
don't
artist?
want to unleash this.
No,
Mike is a
Fury on
true
you.
martial artist.
you don't want to hurt
Yeah.
anybody unless they really come after.
Mike,
want
do
to
you
hurt
think
or your
if you
family.
went to kickboxing, you would bring your own kind of twist on
I'd
it
love
with
to
your
go.
expertise at
Well, I
martial arts?
haven't worked out in a long time. It takes time to get back
You
in
haven't
shape.
worked out in a long
Yeah,
time?
we can tell that. That's an understatement.
Thank you.
No.
No, but the thing is, once you learn it, though, it stays with you. You just
Right,
gotta
you
retrain
haven't
it.
forgotten anything.
That's right. You gotta just get back out there.
Listen, in this commercial, we need to have Mike show you some of his moves.
No,
He's
I don't.
good.
Not
Please,
really.
I want to
doing the
see it, Mike.
commercial. I wanna
It's
see it. I wanna
graceful
see
and
it.
wonderful when you do that stuff.
No, he already showed me one of his moves.
Yeah,
That
I
was
want to
cool.
see it on there.
All right, I'll do it for sure.
You gonna do it?
We're gonna take a
Awesome.
break.
It's a kata, though. It's not really a fight, though.
It's
Whatever.
fascinating.
It's a card. Who cares?
What
Take
is
a break.
that?
Back after this.
Ricotta?
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.